Alrighty then, so new science video. I'm actually not sure which soul badge I should be using with the new 8 set, because they are a little bit different. Because the main thing is you need to have execute buff running at all times, and limitless badge is pretty much doing a good job with that. You just need to be spamming Ember Stomps, and well, more Ember Stomps you spam, more hits you will be basically making on an enemy, and that means more RNG procs with all of your items. So that's the hidden buff again. And more of those will mean more weapon resets, and that will mean higher crit chance with that. And because you get more weapon resets, you get more Ember Stomps, and you get the point. But with this one, your Ember Stomps will be meaningless. So you will be making less attacks per second with this one. But you will get Fury cooldown while you hit with your Gale Force. And the reason why I'm not using the combined badge, the only reason to get combined badge is that if you want to get Awakened stage 8. Because only difference between these two are that reduces Gale Force cooldown by 1 second on successful eradicate. So every RMB will be reducing cooldown on your F. But you will be running your execute buff at all times, so this is completely meaningless. It's completely useless, like you don't use that unless you are really unlucky. And even at that point, maybe you get 1 Gale Force more, but since you're not running your execute buff from the badge, your Gale Force will not even hit much at all. It's not gonna change your DPS at all. So the combined badge for a Shadow Destroyer, useless. So that's why I'm not using that. It will not make any difference. Anyway, let's do the normal badge that I use anyway. I guess I do 1 run with this one and then 2 or 3 runs with the other one, because I have to remember that my Ember Stomps are useless and Red Spin useless. I will only be using Execute and RMPF. We'll see if I remember to do that correctly. So, I guess... wait a second. Okay, it's on correct order, yes. Let's go then. Well, that was pretty good run. I was holding 3 million for quite a long time, and then it was above 2.9 million as well. I feel like that was a little bit lucky run, but yeah. So let's try this one. Now I have to remember. No need to use Ember Stomp. I guess I will still use it off cooldown anyway, because you would be using it in dungeons as well. Like, it's smart to use for more DPS, but Red Spin, useless. So let's see how this goes. First I need my ultimate. Even though it doesn't bring much DPS, but... Wow, that was... when first execute was kinda late there. At least you get Fury more often. Well, I can already see that my DPS is lower with this badge, like way lower. Oh, it's climbing now. Well, I don't know. We'll see in the end how much I make. Well, that's less DPS with this badge. That makes this choosing process really easy. That makes it really easy to choose which badge I will be using. But funny thing is, before I fused crit chance on my shields, I actually tested these badges. At that point, this badge was making more DPS, but only because the Fury is up more often. So, of course, the crit chance will go up because of that, and that gives nice damage boost. But once I fused all the shields with crit, then, well, this is the result. It makes less DPS because Fury is less meaningful. Interesting. I will still do one more run. Maybe I was just super unlucky with this one, but right now it seems that this is worse. And if it is worse, even on a stationary dummy, imagine going in raids where the boss is moving all over the place and you can't even be hitting that. You won't be getting Fury back as fast, you won't be getting Execute back as fast either. Like, you just can't be hitting Gale Forces as often. Boss is moving, there's mechanics. So at that point, Limitless Badge is way better. And also, Limitless Badge will be way better when boss has many CC moves. Instead of iframing and stopping your attacks, you just keep attacking, you just sit in your Ember Stomp and you don't get CC'd. Like, Limitless is way better. Like, what is this badge even? Like, why does it exist? Why do we get always these useless thingies? Like, what the hell is this shit? What is this crap? Eh? NC Soft? What is this? All the badges for Destroyer is useless, only the Limitless badge was useful. The one and only useful badge in whole game, ever. All the badges before this, all of them useless.
Not a single badge gave any DPS. This was the first one that actually gave DPS, and it's still better than this. And again, even if I made the combined badge, there wouldn't have been a single time when I would have needed that one extra Gale Force, like Execute was up, like almost at all times. So the fusion, just pointless, like what is this? If the fusion badge would have been better with something like giving extra DPS on anything, like just anything, but no, just pointless. Let's do one more. If I get less DPS, then it's clear, like this one completely useless. And I will just stick with this one, and next video will be about if it gives any DPS when I put it on Awakened 8. I just need to craft a couple of oils and that's it. I have the grey stones ready to go. So yeah, let's do this.
Well, okay, that's a little bit better, but basically equals the DPS with Limitless Badge. Like, when they are same level on a target that doesn't even move, you don't have to do mechanics. When you go in raid situation, dungeon situation, like whatever, the Limitless Badge will be better. Like, there's no way. Like, this absolute trash. Like I can see only one scenario where this badge could be potentially better. It's when you have Soul Burn and you have Alpha Call. So you will Soul Burn, you will get the Soul Burn, you will be spamming Gale Forces, you get reset for that, you get another Soul Burn, you will get extra Furies, and keep in mind this has to be burst fight, this has to be quick fight. So you get to use 2 Furies. Really, I don't know if you could use them back to back, but like, that's the only scenario, and you cannot have blue buff in there, because then if you have blue buff, then, well, I mean, I guess you still would do a little bit more DPS with this one, but the difference would be even less. So I don't know, like, only if it's burst situation, only if you have Soul Burn and Alpha Call in same party. And I guess it wouldn't hurt to have, I don't know, it's garbage. That's all I can say. Like, and other destroyers or other players are saying like, oh, this is good, this is better badge, but it's not. At best, it's equal in this situation. In raid dungeon situation, no, absolutely not. That's so that's it for this video, and next video I'll be using this on the Limitless badge, because now I know for sure which one I will go for. Before I didn't know, but it's pretty clear now. So, thanks for listening to my rambling and whining about this one, I guess. And see you on the next one.